Coming up, an opportunity to bring the book Charlotte's Web to life, 7th and 8th grade basketball action against Burris, an interview with a former NFL offensive guard for the Carolina Panthers and Indianapolis Colts, Mr. Hayes, and upcoming events here at Northside. All of this and more, you're watching Titan TV. This is Titan TV, NMS News, live from the Studio 105 at Muncie Northside Middle School. Today is Monday, February 8th, 2021. Let's take it to the news studio with Dreama.
Thanks, Vanessa. Good morning, Titans, and welcome back to Titan TV's NMS News program. Here is what is happening this week. The Northside Drama Club will be holding auditions for its spring musical. Charlotte's Web auditions will be held after school today, tomorrow, and Wednesday in the Northside Auditorium from 4 until 6:30. For all of you with a green thumb, the Greenhouse Club meets every Friday. Come down to Mr. Brackian's room after school to help grow plants and maintain our greenhouse. This is our second week in our new home, Studio 105. We are still working to improve the studio and the decorations. This week, we are calling any artists to submit artwork to be placed in the areas of our studio. Bring your artwork to Mr. Dennison in the choir room this week. Now let's hear what the weather looks like for this upcoming week from Vanessa.
Thanks, Dreama. Let's take a look at this week's weather. Today will be in the high of 11 and the low of 5. The rest of the week looks partly cloudy, with temperatures in the 16 degrees. Today is National Kite Flying Day. Flying a kite is neat and fun. Now it's time for sports with your boy Drevin.
What's up, Titans? It's time for Sports with Drevin. Filling in for Drevin is me, Liam. Let's start off with our game highlight of the week. The 7th and 8th grade Northside Titans took on the Burris Owls last Thursday. Our reporters Judah, Amaya, and Drevin were there on the scene catching all of the action. The night started out with a close battle between the two 7th grade teams. Landon W. and Shamar T. led the team to a score of 31-41. Here's what Coach Barnes had to say about the game.
It was a good game. We won the game, but there were some things that we needed to do better in. Came out with a win, so I have to be happy about that.
Yep.
We had a couple guys who stepped up and played pretty good, but I'm not happy about it.
We also talked to Landon W., and he said that he put everything out on the court, and his favorite part was when he threw an amazing pass around a Burris Owl, securing the Northside Titans' victory. Next up was the 8th grade's Titan winning against the Burris Owls, making for a complete Titan shutout. Here's what Coach Brooks had to say about the victorious night.
We were struggling at the beginning of the season, but we're getting better as the season goes along, so I thought we did good in that, and I'm happy we got the win. We're working on ball movement in practice, cut into the basket. We executed our plays, so I thought we did very well when it came down to that.
The team won with a score of 21-40, making it their first win of the season. Now let's take a look at the sports action coming up this week. All of our events are happening on Thursday. We have boys basketball, girls basketball, and wrestling and swimming action taking place. The boys and girls 6th grade basketball teams will take on the Southside Panthers at their court starting at 5 p.m. Our MCS swimming and diving teams are facing Delta at 5:30 at Southside's pool. MCS wrestling action will also take place at Southside, taking at Cowan at 5:30 p.m. And finally at 6 p.m. we have the ultimate basketball rivalry game. The 7th and 8th grade Titans will face the Southside Panthers, hosted at the Muncie Fieldhouse. These games will begin at 6 p.m. Make sure to follow at NMS Athletics MCS for live updates. To close our sports segment, I want to show you a sneak peek of an interview we did with former NFL player, now Northside teacher, Mr. Hayes. With February being Black History Month, we are putting a spotlight on some inspiring people of color that are connected to our Muncie community. Our own Judah S. got to sit down with Mr. Hayes to talk about his career, what Muncie means to him, and he even had some advice for all of us Titans. Take a look.
What was the feeling like when you knew that you might not be able to ever play football again?
You know, at the time, because it was so fresh and new, I really didn't worry about it. I really didn't think about it. But, you know, as time goes on, you know, I look back and wish, you know, I probably should have played a little longer, try to, you know, tough it out. And, you know, you never know, you know, how things are turned. But, you know, everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any advice for your fellow Northside students?
Yeah, I believe that, you know, you should always dream big, chase your dream, but always have a backup plan in case, you know, that dream doesn't come through. But just keep your options open. Life is tricky. It's a lot of turns. You never know where life is going to take you, and you never know what door might be open. So just, you know, keep your options open.
The full interview will be posted right here on the Titan TV channel and all of our social media pages tomorrow at 9 a.m. That's all for Sports with Jevin, hosted by me, Liam. Now let's go to Chris to hear about our Titans' birthday this week.
Thank you, Jevin. Birthdays this week include Marcus L., Emmanuel B., Jacob T., Alana D., Shamar T., Trayvon E., Valerie S., Kyle W., Trenton S., Hannah B., Riley O. Happy birthday to all those Titans. Now it is time for Trivia Challenge. Last week's answer was Patricia Roberts Harris. Harris was an American government official and diplomat who served under President Jimmy Carter as United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development and United States Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare. She was the first African American woman to serve in the United States Cabinet and the first to enter the line of succession to the presidency. Here is the current top 5 on the leaderboard. Jackson's fifth period was 70 points. Meinerding's and Newman's fifth period classes are tied with 50 points. Kuhn's fifth period with 35 points, and Cardi's first period with 35 points. Now it is time for this week's Trivia Challenge. Due to Black History Month, and all of our Trivia Challenge questions will be Black History related during the month of February. More African American doctor created first major blood banks, blood plasma programs, and blood mobiles. Remember, you receive points for the correct answer and points for the time turned in. We also will not accept answers that are turned in before the end of our broadcast. We are calling you out, Miss Cardi's first period class. Remember to send in answers to NMS TitanTV@gmail.com. Now let's go back to the news studio with McKenna.
Thanks, Chris. If anyone has completed an open door mobile form, please turn it into the nurse. Integrity essays should be submitted to Mr. Grimm by February 10th. The essays must be about how you express or have shown integrity in a time of crisis. Cash prizes will be given for first, second, and third place. Coding Club will meet next week on Tuesday, February 16th until 5 p.m. in Mr. Harder's room to explore app creation. Please make sure you're right is here at 5 p.m. If you still want to join the Coding Club, stop by room 109 to see Mr. Harder. FCA meets this Friday in the choir room at 8:10. Please enter at door 8. This marks the end of this week's program. We encourage you to take a quick look at the names of our crew, all of which have been hard at work behind the scenes to help this production run smoothly. Make sure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From all of us at Titan TV, I'm McKenna, and this has been NMS News. Stay classy, Titans.
Say bracket.
Bracket.
Add an N at the end.
Bracket.
All right, good.
Bracket. Come down to Mr. Burkian's room.
Bracken. Say bracken.
Bracket.
Hey, Jonah, Maddie, tell me what's up.
Laugh out loud. This has been a Pendle production.